Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you, but you sound like really underwater right now.
Oh, do I?
I'm not sure if this is like your normal mic or something.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I good.
Um, it's like I can understand, but I wouldn't say good, you know? Um, but I can make out some of the words you're saying, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it almost just sounds like we're on the phone, but you're like super far away from it or something. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
How's this?
Oh, that's way better. Yeah, that's super clear.
I hate Discord so much.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, how you been? How's your game plan been going since the last time we talked?
Um, I have never, I've never been utterly destroyed by a falcon since we talked, which is very nice.
No, that's awesome. I'm glad
Uh,
to hear it, man.
Even ones that are way above my pay grade, I still hit them a few times and like actually put them in mix-up situations, which is cool.
No, that's sweet.
Yeah, and I've been power shielding Falco's laser, and
Hmm.
then just like you said, they always run in with like a short hop aerial, and you can just wave dash back and grab them, or
Yep.
even like F tilt them and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of them really have like a tell for the amount of lasers. Like usually, I think I talked about that with you. I'm not sure because I tell everyone this because a lot of people like they're like, oh yeah, everyone's players, but truth be told, I think most Falco players are low key bots, where they do like one, two laser, and then they just down air in, right? They can't do more than three because otherwise, I think they get in their head that they're camping and they don't want to be seen. They want to be mango, right? So it's just funny. Uh, yeah. Anyway, no, I'm really glad to hear, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Uh,
and so like, and I've done pretty well in the Marth matchup, but I'm curious what I could learn from you about it. So I wanted to do some like,
some Marth Ditto game plans.
yeah, or maybe even
Okay.
just like some, because I think I have a pretty decent idea of what to
Mhm.
do in it, or rather what not to do. And but yeah, I'd like some practice, if that makes sense.
So, what are you looking for? Are you looking to play me? Or are you looking to find another Marth and just kind of like me watch over it kind of thing? Or what are you getting at? Also, your mic is cutting out a little bit. It's just like here and there.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Discord keeps
So
telling
if I
me.
don't yeah, I was just say if I don't respond, it's just it's not that I'm ignoring you or anything. I just probably didn't hear it.
Okay, hopefully I fixed it. Let's start off.
Okay.
I think that would be good.
Let's start off with what?
Just
Sorry.
so that you fighting each other, like you.
Okay. I heard the words fighting each other. All right, we can play for sure. I hope you can hear me okay.
I can hear you great.
Okay. Cool.
I can't wait to
So,
see what mine looks like.
okay. So I'm gonna drop a code in here for you.
Okay.
That's my connect code. You can send me yours.
Right.
So did you want me to give you like a breakdown of the Marth matchup before we play, or did you want to play, just jump into it, and then we talk about it after?
I think we should jump in and talk after.
Sure. Okay. And what do you want to do? Like a quick best of five?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Sure. Sounds good. All right. Yeah. Let's do it.
Mm. See how much I get wrecked. Yeah, I've never been to any real tournaments with any real players, so
Okay. Yeah. This one's you might be in for a shock then.
yep.
All right. We'll start it on Battlefield, and then after that, if I win, you can pick the stages. Okay.
Oh, okay, sure.
It's best of five. Yeah.
Ah, oh, oh, that was my jump. Dang it. Ah, ah. Hmm. Oh, that was so cool. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's go here. Oh. Oh, that was sick. All right. Let's see. Um.
Nice.
Oh. Nice. Sorry if my noises annoy you.
Oh, you're totally fine. You're good.
Oh.
I'm just not someone who's able to talk while playing a lot.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I never think about what I say anyway, so... Oh, did I jump? Oh, I tap jumped. Yeah, maybe I am worse when I talk. Ah,
Okay.
that was fun.
Yeah, those were tight games. They were
Yeah.
battles.
Thanks for letting me win one. Appreciate that.
No worries. Yeah, honestly, I didn't even let you win. I think you just straight up like got me near the last couple stocks.
Dude,
Um,
I don't know if this is good play or not. Is it cheese to go right up to someone, like right up next to the character model and down smash? Because so often they get hit by the second hit. That's not actually good play, is it?
I think it's just one of those things where like sometimes when you're in a scramble with someone, people will pick like weird options, and down smash kind of covers multiple options in the corner. Because that's where you hit me with it, right? That one stock. I don't know if
Yeah.
you took it or with it that down
I
smash
did.
or
That was
not.
the last stock, I think.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things where like the first hit covers both like right on top of you, and if I were to roll behind, because it'll reach to the corner, and it also covers like the thing behind me.
And
But
sometimes
like
shield grab, depending on what shield they're in, because you push yourself far enough away.
that's true, yeah. If you could push them off to the ledge, I don't think it would be good enough if it was like center stage. I think people could just wave dash at a shield grab.
Right.
But maybe in the corner. But I think it's one of those things where it's like so high risk, so high, like little reward. Like the stars kind of have to align for it to kind of work.
Right.
Even if you're saying you're hitting it a lot, I think generally speaking, it's not something super reliable.
Good.
But if you have a setup for it, then it's totally fine. Like I would think off like a down tilt tech chase, you could go for it, and then it'd be a lot better.
Mhm.
Versus like if we're just both standing next to each other in shield and someone's gonna pick an option.
Yeah.
I think
like
then
the
it's
corner. Mhm.
yeah, exactly. I think it's a little worse there, but out of like a tech chase or like a forward air or a down tilt or whatever, I think then it could probably be pretty good.
So yeah, I guess I should have told you beforehand, but I was kind of looking at. I imagine I'm a noob player, and so I have a lot of bad habits or just areas that you saw that were definitely the weakest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was paying attention to the most while we were playing, just so I could like get a list ready of things we can talk about.
Sweet. I'm
I
ready.
think generally, awesome. So yeah, I was thinking generally speaking, I do actually think you play the Ditto quite well. Like you have some like good habits in it that a lot of other Marths don't. Like I noticed near the ledge, like you'll crouch cancel my up B to get out of down tilt, or you'll do like run off forward air to cover like side B or a double jump to ledge. Those are both like really good things that I think a lot of Marths kind of don't do. They'll aim to kind of just do down tilt, like space down tilt at ledge, which you can sweet spot around, or they'll try and like down tilt you above the ledge also to like catch you coming in for the double jump. But that kind of the point I'm trying to make is that crouch cancel beats up B and lets you reach further, and the run off fair that you were doing stops people from double jumping to ledge and sweet spotting around down tilt and F smash, which is also good. So those were like some actually like good player habits. I think generally speaking, if you were to crouch cancel a little more in center stage, and fish for grab off that, I think crouch cancel is like a big factor of the Marth Ditto. Especially where you guys are both swinging and are both so scared of like tipper F smash. Grab is like, and like a lot of Marth's moves like don't knock down until a lot later. So you'd have to be like constantly spacing, which kind of opens yourself up for like big tipper punishes. Or so like if your opponent just like randomly throws out an F smash, like your good play can actually just be like totally ruined. So I think establishing crouch as like a threat in that matchup is really strong. And also grab on top of it beats crouch entirely, right? So you actually, there's a common misconception that Marth doesn't get a lot off grabs in this matchup, which is like untrue. I think a lot of people just don't know how to juggle. I feel like just random Marths like here and there that I'll see online, or like commentators, you see it here and there. Everybody says that like, oh, the Marth Ditto isn't like a punish heavy matchup. Like it's all about like who gets the one hit off stage. And like, I do see where they're coming from when they say that. But you can for sure get like 0 to 100 on most grabs if you're ready for it. So
yeah, I mean you might have like 1 or 2 like mix up ledge options, but I mean on FD you like 0 to 100 me on the first stock. I think you 0 death me.
Maybe, yeah. But the point being, yeah, okay, so you're with me on that. That's great. So yeah, I think establishing crouch as like a threat to kind of like not only like beat like non-tipper options, which is really hard to space around, but also like kind of just like establish space, and threaten CC grab, where that also beats, like gives you like full stage control. Like as soon as you down throw someone in the Marth Ditto, you just have center stage, and like it's a matchup about range, right? Like that's ultimately what it comes down to, range and stage control for this one. So because you guys both have the same movement and range, so stage control is huge. So getting a grab is massive. CC is like a really great way to beat a lot of his aerials. So that's what I base a lot of my play around. Is I don't fish for it enough myself, but I'll play around the other person trying to crouch cancel and grab me the most, I think, more than anything. And then also like down tilt as well. But yeah, so I think generally speaking, if you were to start like crouching after an aerial or do like wave dash forward crouch to like mess up their spacing, I think those are like really strong options that kind of give you the opportunity to get a grab and get center. So that's one thing. I think generally speaking also, I like almost wasn't sure it was you playing when we were playing, because you had like so many like good player habits that I was like, wait, what? What? I was just like shocked at first.
Seriously?
Yeah, a little bit. And I think I do know, I won't say who so that they can get their content piece out, but I do know of one Smasher who's going around right now and they're trying to book with different Metafy coaches to see like they'll ask the same problems and they're doing it under a Smurf. So I was like, there's no way. Like that's what's happening right now. But
yeah, right. There's no way.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so that was running through my mind at first, but then I was like, okay, let's just get back to it. So one thing that I noticed that like really stood out to me was like a weird thing. It almost felt like you were sandbagging, was like you have these really good player habits of like I said, like crouch canceling, the up B, like run off forward air. A lot of your move choices were really good off punish, especially. Well, actually, I think punish could have probably been better with juggling, but I think like getting a kill, like I think you actually got quite a good number of kills near the ledge, which was good. But you don't move much with Marth. You swing in place a lot. So that can be really detrimental in the Ditto, because though it is a matchup about playing about space, it's not to say that you're an immovable wall for the other Marth that they can't get behind. Low-key a different situation in the corner, but especially in like center stage, like weaving in and out and being a little tricky with movement is really important. And then like I said, with crouch cancel, you can wave dash and crouch cancel, threaten that. You can ASDI down with your dash dance, but you can be mobile with Marth while still threatening like a really like dangerous option that kind of beats people like throwing out a bunch of aerials in place, right? So I do think it's hard to give advice for the Ditto sometimes, because I often feel like, well, if I do that, the other Marth can do that, right?
Yeah,
and it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think it's one of those things where like if you establish something and they have to respond to it, then truth be told, where you guys both had the same options, and generally speaking, in melee, it's better to put pressure on than to be the one dealing with pressure. I still think it's worth doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would say like we can watch some of the games back if you want, if that would be helpful. But I would say generally speaking, one of the main things you're looking for if you're starting at 0% isn't so much like uh like a fair, a nair, or even like an F smash, because really they don't get you anything. The biggest thing you want is a grab. Yeah. So I think the way you get grab in this matchup, like I said, is by crouching. So even from like 0, like a lot of people, what they'll do when they start a Marth Ditto, I don't know why, it's just kind of like the unwritten language of every Marth player, but they'll like drop down from ledge, wave dash forward, down tilt, or they'll come at you with nair, right? They both kind of cover the same range from the go, but even still, like you can just drop down yourself, wave dash forward and hold down and like react, right? Even just reacting right there, if they come in on you with the down tilt or the nair, you eat it with CC and you grab them, and then you can potentially get like 0 to 100, right? So that's a huge like gimmick, truthfully, but it's like a real
Great
real
trade.
option. Yeah, exactly. Um, but not only can you just go for the punish if you want and just go like for up throw on a platform and start juggling them and play that game from there.
Mm-hmm.
You can also tech chase with down throw. Like I said, down throw will give you full center stage control. And I think,
Yeah.
how do I word this? Like, I think the biggest like win condition you have in this matchup is either grab or you have them in the corner. Like, and if you can keep the other Marth in the corner for the longest time, like I said, like with crouch cancel, typically what you'd want to do is weave in and out and kind of like play different ranges in center stage. But I think in the corner in this matchup, down tilt is just kind of broken. Because of the options of if you're good at covering what comes after down tilt or just that range in general,
Right.
it's really, really difficult for the other Marth to make it back. And they might be a little bit more careful getting to the ledge, but you'll often notice when they get off the ledge, they'll do some really risky stuff that you can kind of just like put them back in the corner for and keep playing that until you edge guard them.
Mm.
So yeah, before I move on from what I've just talked about, because we can talk about some other things or just get more in depth to them. Do you have any questions about what I just said?
So I guess my one question would be, I know that you're a way better player than me, or way more experienced, and so I think that's why you use the term sandbagging. I think frozen. I was frozen stiff, man. I was scared to move. No, I was so much more focused on figuring out how you were gonna approach me and just paying
Mhm.
attention to you that didn't move as much.
Okay, no, that's totally fair. I think well, so if we were to play like another set, we don't have to right now, but I'm
Mhm.
saying if we were and you like sat down and watched this video back and you like took some notes about crouch cancel, how to do it, and kind of implement it where and when. I don't think that would be a problem really as much, which is be like it's really good for you because I think you, like I said, I think you actually already have some pretty good habits. They may not be intentional even, but they're there, right? Which is really great. So yeah, I don't know. I think you could actually a Marth Ditto could be one of your better matchups just starting out because you already have some good stuff going for you. But so yeah, what was your question? Sorry about. I know you said you cut out for me, so I heard I like the audio came back in on frozen stiff because you were scared. But was there an actual question about it, or just like a comment more so?
Yeah, well, I mean, we talk about camping and we talk about other stuff. I guess my question is, um, what is my question? My question is if you're Marth, how, I mean, you're kind of a space-based player, like a zoning character, and so a lot of your stuff is reaction-based, right? Like that is
To
kind
an
of how you
extent,
play, right?
sure.
Because, I mean, well, I'll tell you what. So the reason the reason I brought up Borp last time is because
Mm-hmm.
there's this guy that I play with. His name's Brad, and he's been playing since the day they came out, and he's 10 years older than me. So he was like
Okay.
old enough to play well. And
Right.
he doesn't know any tech at all. He uses tap jump, so he can't wave dash, can't
That's
like
crazy.
do anything. But
Yeah.
he wrecks me sometimes. Like our matches are pretty close, but he'll beat me straight up just with like reactive play and reads.
Okay.
And so I play him a lot for fun. And I think he's so fun to play because he's the exact opposite of people on unranked that I
Right.
kind of adopt his style.
No, that makes sense. I have a friend who's kind of like that.
Yeah. And so that's probably where that comes from. But so movement and CC grab. That's good.
So
Yeah, I
sorry,
mean,
what is the question? Sorry. So you were saying
yeah, I'm saying, how bad is it to stand still?
oh, I would say pretty bad. I think so. Like if you're gonna play it from center, I think staying still in general with Marth is really bad. And I think when people say Marth is a defensive character that spaces and swings, that is true. But I think it's not because of just his sword. It's because of his movement and the range that the sword threatens. But movement, one of Marth's biggest strengths is his mobility. He's very fast, and he can go far distances and cover massive amounts of ranges that are like difficult for people to deal with, right? Like he kind of blows up low tiers just by swinging and dash dancing.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to grab a lot of them, and like it's often recommended to not go for one because it's like, why would you when you have like such a wall to put up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the thing about Marth that makes him like kind of hard to like put in one box, kind of like Fox, where we talk about he's really annoying to like learn the game against because Fox has so many options. In a similar vein, Marth is really difficult to keep on one spot because like approaching Marth is terrifying, right? Like it's because he has the massive sword in front of you, like down tilt, F smash, forward air, nair. As all like in every matchup, those moves are really great. But on top of it, he's really quick and he can dash back, grab you. He can dash forward. He can wave dash, crouch cancel, like all these different things. And combining wave dash with all his moves, like his threat bubble. I don't know how to word it, but like the bubble of threat that Marth has from a given position on most stages,
Right.
is like over half the stage a lot of the time. You know.
Right.
So, I think. I don't know. I do think not moving is really bad, but I do think there are situations where not moving is fine.
Yeah, the jaywalk, right?
The jaywalk?
You know how Jmook will sometimes, when the other character's dashing around, instead of dash dancing, usually as the other player's getting off ledge, he just walks slowly in the other direction.
Yeah, no, that's honestly fine. Like
Yeah.
I even think walking towards them is really good because I talk about that. I have one student in Ultimate that I coach because I used to play Smash 4 a lot and Ultimate's pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
But walking is like broken in those games because you're limited with shield. Unlike Melee, you can't shield instantly when you dash. You have to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
So walking just kind of enables you to. It's similar concept as a wave dash, and with Marth, like Marth has one of the fastest walks in the game, if not the fastest.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, walking is really great. But yeah, anyway, so let's move on from that. If you have any questions about crouch cancel, where you can implement it, we can definitely do some VOD review, or I could just give you like a couple interesting spots I think it's really good against, or moves I think it's good against.
Yeah, I
But
think some odd review would be good, maybe.
sure, yeah. But I do want to talk about edge guarding really quick.
Oh, yes,
just
please.
before we get into anything, if you do want to watch some VODs, I think when it comes to edge guarding in the Ditto, when you look it up yourself, you will find that there is no resource on edge guarding in the Ditto. There is a little bit of information on how to sweet spot around down tilt and how to sweet spot around F smash, and when you can stop crouch canceling the Marth's up B that you're trying to edge guard. That information exists out there, but that information is all from like 2005, right? Like most people have figured that out by now. And the problem with a lot of Marths in the Ditto is they will go for all or nothings, or they will play it super safe and leave a lot of options to recover open on the table. And instead, they'll kind of play it like how you play against Peach, or how a lot of Ultimate players do with like ledge trapping, where they just keep that other Marth in the corner, right? Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, keeping the other Marth in the corner is a good strategy. Generally speaking, like I said, it's a win condition in the matchup, and I don't think it's bad. But when you have the opportunity to kill off stage, you should just kill them. Don't play with your food, right? That's kind of the saying. So, thankfully, I actually have booked a Metafy session a year ago by now with another Marth player, and I got them to sit down and lab it out because no one had done it up until this point as effectively with a lot of like the modern melee stuff. And it's specifically about like the Ditto, right? Because most let's just be real, a lot of Marth players are kind of lazy when it comes to getting information.
Yep.
So I paid someone to do it, figure this out for me, and they did. So now I have it. It's not secret, like unique to me, because I'll give it to as many people as possible. But I do think it's really, really good, and it's like a necessity in the matchup. So I'm gonna send it to you. It's similar to like it's a Metafy session I had with someone else where we just kind of talked about the options and asked questions about it. But there's a TLDR version of it. So I'm gonna send you this. And then I'm also going to send you the TLDR version of how it's done and like explanations about it. But yeah, we don't have to really get into edgeguarding in the Ditto too much right now because there's already a video on it. But I'm still going to send it to you either way. And if you have any questions about it after watching it, if something isn't clear, feel free to DM me.
Sweet. I appreciate it.
No worries. Okay. And then here. So the first video is the Metafy session, like I said, where we got all that info. The second one is a video about how to optimize the edgeguard by it's same person, it's May, but this is just a video of Cody reacting to it. The main reason I'm sending you this one over May's literal video is because IBDW also shows a like a Fox flowchart edgeguard with Marth Killer that he uses to do it. And if you pay close attention, Cody's like the best edgeguarder against Marth like in the world with Fox. Yeah. Maybe even period. Yeah. J-Mook is pretty up there too, but with Fox, like I think it's a lot harder, right? So Cody's flowchart is also really good, and I think can usually apply for most other characters that are good mobility, like Fox. But I still think it's good. This one's like a quick 5-minute version of it, and he has a screenshot of the flowchart up there. This one's the long, like explained version, but I recommend watching this one more, but this one quickly if you want. But this one's the edgeguarding the Marth with Mars is the best one.
Sweet. Yeah, I think there were I missed two Marth Killer opportunities that I just didn't react fast enough to.
I think there's also a lot of opportunities where you could have set it up and like killed me or given me like another like 80% easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway. So yeah, I do think, like I said, crouch cancel is a huge point of the Ditto. Grab is a massive point. How you go get your grabs or how you throw them, or how you go for them. And then once you have them in the corner, I think establishing down tilt as a threat, like CC down tilt, and kind of not letting them off the ledge, that's also another massive point. So did you want to watch back the sets we just played right now, or did you want to go and look at some other Marths? How would you like to do that?
Yeah. We could watch back the ones we just played. I think that'd be
okay.
good.
Sure. Okay, cool. So I will share my screen. So truth be told, I haven't watched the Marth Ditto guide in a while. And there is some questions I have about it right now where I'm like, well, if they land on stage, like what should I be going for? Because I know there's setups for it, but it's just been like over a year, and I've been focusing a lot on Captain Falcon lately myself. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a quick rewatch. So you're not gonna see the optimal stuff from me in this game, in the games that we watch, but you'll see some stuff. Okay, so we'll start with Battlefield. We'll probably just run through all 4 of these. To be honest,
just real quick.
I think
spots.
I think generally speaking, this matchup is kind of bullshit a lot of the time. I do agree, but I don't agree with a lot of the reasons why most commentators will tell you it's bullshit, or like melee parrots, if you know what I mean by that.
Yeah. I just
So-
mean, I feel like commentators talk about momentum a lot, and like momentum doesn't to me, momentum doesn't really exist, right? It's like just they're getting in your head, and
Yeah.
situations where now you're down. So even though it's optimal to reset back to center, you don't,
Hmm.
right? Because it's like, oh, I want to live, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that goes on. Um, so
Yeah.
yeah,
My opinion on momentum is that I do think it exists, but I don't think it's as massive as a factor as commentators will make it out to be.
right,
Because I'm with you that like you can totally make it come back and do stuff, and good players don't give up, right? So it's just who's momentum is just another way of saying a lot of the time who's winning currently.
right.
So anyway, let's check this out. I'm trying to find my mouse. My Slippy's being a little glitchy right now. So from the get go, right? What I'm looking for is for you to way dash forward down tilt to do that in air. And you don't. Like you're just dash dancing and reacting, which is great. Like I think it shows mobility, it shows the threat of like, oh, I could be ASDIing my dash dance right now, or I could crouch cancel, which is good. And see like even right here, this down tilt that I hit,
Yeah,
weak hit, you're out, right? But it's the same idea as crouch cancel. If you can crouch cancel that, like you just grab me instead of me grabbing you here.
right.
So at 0 for my throw flowcharts, there is like an actual flowchart. I can get you that. Just send me a message about it and I'll send it to you later. But
Sure.
basically, the way I do it is up throw doesn't start being a true combo up until like 15%, 13, 16-ish. I say 15 is like a round even number, but, or I guess that's an odd number, but you know what I mean? Like a clean number.
Yeah.
So I'll use 15 of that, but if I ever get a grab before then, if I don't just hit them and poke them, or put them off stage, I'll typically down throw. I think truthfully you can mix up down throw and F throw a little easier, but like I said, down throw just always gives you center stage, whereas F throw you could be throwing them towards the stage.
Mm-hmm.
So I typically prefer just down throw in general. And I also think in the Ditto it's a lot easier to follow up on because you can just like wave dash F smash after a down throw sometimes.
Yep.
Or like dash forward and crouch down tilt or something. So yeah, I'll do down throw, and that's why I'm down throwing you a lot right now, is just trying to get you up and give you some percent. Okay, this double jump, which you did a lot,
Yep. It's really bad.
is like it's you can never do this double jump right here. Have you and I talked about like the no fly zone?
No.
Okay,
Wait,
so
give me the short version of it, because
yeah,
I know that this is one of the bad habits I was talking about.
okay,
This
so
one's terrible.
I don't have a set up picture for it yet. This is pretty much like I could take a picture now, I guess, but generally the point I'm trying to make is that this circle, like actually, I'm just gonna take a picture of it. Sorry, I'll make an example out of you.
Do it.
Because I need to do this for all my other Metafy students. We talk about the zone so much,
Yep.
but we never do anything with it. So
You're right. Don't.
I
do
would
it.
say, yeah, from like here all the way over to here, and then like all the way up here. Maybe not that high. Maybe like the yeah, like this high. This like range, and imagine it extends to actually the like ledge here. So here to here to here to like here, right?
Mhm.
That's the idea. If you double jump or side B anywhere within this range, you die, or you should. You're prone to getting gimped. So yeah, you already know about this, so I'm not gonna harp you on it. But side B's here, I'll kill Marth for that, and you did today too. I did it a couple times, just being lazy, and you got me for it. Which is great. Like, don't get me wrong, I really think that's like a good thing that you called out side B's here or double jumps and you just run off fair.
Mhm.
Because I think when they're at the ledge or below, run off fair will destroy Marths who just like drift in and they don't like space themselves out from the ledge. Because it's kind of like edge guard, like recovering against Fox that grabs the ledge, or really anybody that has the ledge. You got to mix up either going on stage, going up a little bit here, grabbing the ledge here, grabbing the ledge here. You have 4 places you can go basically in any up B. But you can't be lazy at the ledge. So yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna harp you on it, but yeah, double jumping in side B here, I will scream if I see it again. And I know I will but this bunch this set, but next time. Next time you're ready. So yeah. So just F smash here. Truth be told,
Great up air there.
Yeah.
Is obviously an accident.
Yeah. I was gonna say, when I get a grab in this position, I'm like, do I want to F throw him? Because I think keeping them in the corner is a win condition of the matchup. So I don't mind F throw here, even if I'm not getting anything off my hits. But I do think I could be, you know. So for me, it's like, this is like okay. I'm not recommending you also do it, but I think it's fine. Okay, so from when you land, I'm at 19%. So there you could have gone for up throw.
I see.
I would say anywhere from like 15 to like 80. Go for up throw, truthfully. Unless you're for sure going to mix up my DI and get me.
Well, you don't have chance to tech on the platform at 15? Because I feel like, well, I guess
no, you don't.
Okay.
Yeah. You wouldn't. You can get up throw, short hop, instant fair out for that. Fair or up air, depending on DI. But yeah. And even still, it's like, why is that a problem still, right? You can platform tech chase.
Right.
So
jump up there. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Jump up there or even hit him off stage, you know? Just from below with like F smash. But you have options, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So another rule that I have is like any move I feel like will push them towards the platform when I'm hitting them on a platform, I don't like doing. So like this forward air, the only reason I'm going for it is because I'm falling, and it's truthfully the only way I'm going to put some pressure on you. But if I were to see you in that exact same position on out of a grab and I'm below you kind of thing, then I would hate this forward air, because look what happens when I hit you with it. You kind of just like slide around and get nothing, right? So yeah. I would go for up air in that case.
Miss my shield drop.
Yeah. Right, but that's the point. It's like, thankfully you missed your shield drop, but if you hit it, you could potentially get a punish on me.
Right. Ooh, nice chink. Yeah, there it is again. So like, that's what I'm talking about. Dude, why did I counter?
Dude, the counter works. It's just I know the sweet
high.
spot range. Yeah. That was good. So when I talked about it before, aerials in place a bunch, right? This is why you can't only space aerials in place, because even though this forward air is like perfect, if not like slightly off spacing, right?
Yep.
I think this forward air could have hit. It would have hit if I timed it properly. Right, and then this one too. Right, way dash back, would have hit, but now way dash back, boom. Yeah. So standing in place is like pretty tough. Right. Can't really do it.
Yeah.
This F smash here that I do in the corner, I do it a little bit far out, but this is why I'm going for this F smash. So this is the position I think is broken. I would truthfully shift both characters a little bit closer, so you on the direct ledge, me a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But the point being, if I'm holding down here and you like invincible ledge dash, you don't get anything. Yep. Like I can grab you or hit you before you're able to do something. So that doesn't work. And like you risk like dying for going for it. You can't forward air from ledge because I'm doing a down like disjointed down tilt. You can't jump because I have just as much range as you do, and you have no stage control. So what do you do in this spot, right?
Yeah.
Most people will invincible ledge dash, put up a shield, and play out of shield. That's a valid option if you can get the invincibility. However, the problem with it is that as soon as they roll, sometimes like you'll roll right in front of the other Marth if I'm spaced properly, and you just get F smashed anyway.
Yep.
Sometimes but what happens a lot of the time is they'll ledge dash and shield, and they'll just sit and wait, and they'll jump out of shield to they kind of establish like, oh, here's an aerial of my own. You should be scared of me of getting down thrown. I'll just F smash in this spot, right? Yep. There it's a full hop, so truth be told, this F smash isn't the exact example I'm talking about, but I want to kind of drill in this idea that like this F smash in the corner to catch people jumping and throwing out aerials in place is super, super good. Exact same concept as when you F smashed me here a second ago. Now it's on the aggressive end, right? Well, I guess for you, defensive, but you know what I mean, like aggressive for me in this case. So that F smash is like really, really good, and often there's very little risk for going for it because it has so much damage. It'll push you back onto the ledge. So even if you shield it, right? So it's really good for that. Here, just a small trick. So this is the position I was talking about earlier, where I was saying I need to go back and watch my Marth killer video because I know the option is in there. I just forget it off the top of my head. But this spot is pretty tough, right? In the Ditto, because one, I guess technically speaking, you could threaten that you're gonna fall on ledge, but usually it's like pretty obvious when it's not. But it's like from here, what do I do that gets a big punish and puts you back off stage, right? Back air if I can get it, but even then, like you might be able to slide off the back air and like instant fair me or something and grab the ledge, and that's not really too great. I can do up air, but you can hold down here and crouch cancel at a lower percent, or even at high percent, like 97, you'll still get put in a tumble, but if you use the C stick down. So I think C stick down here on your end where you're recovering is really strong here because it basically just puts you down into a tech chase or you slide off the ledge, right?
Right. Yeah, should have been holding that.
So yeah, like I could do back air, I could do up air maybe, but they both have counterplay. I can't do nair. You'll hold down and just F smash me or up me out of it or shield. Fair puts you right back in the center of the stage, which is where I don't want you. I could up B, but you could Omsa tech it or just DI it and live it, truthfully. Neutral B is going to do the same thing as forward air. So it's like, there's really, right now, not a great answer. I think generally you want to kind of be a little proactive about this situation. But
yeah, as in don't let
back
yourself get into it. Is that what you mean by proactive?
Yeah, I think it's not so much about not getting yourself into it. I think just more so like threatening someone, because like this is often a rinse repeat or like a bunch of damage either way, right? Like even if I get the up air and it sure doesn't knock you up, so you get comboed into down air, it's still really great for just like getting a tech chase and damage and whatever. Or if I put you on the stage, then I can just up air and then instantly wave dash back here, and then we're back in that same situation we talked about with threatening F smash and down tilt in the corner. So
which is a great place.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't have an answer for this right now. I'm just going to be straight up with you about that, about what the best option is in this position. I think this is a position that comes up a lot. But generally speaking, I will try and use up air to knock them up and get a bunch of damage or kill them. But you can use back air. You can do like nair or whatever, but I don't recommend doing nair, and I think back air is harder. So up air is typically what I'll go for. Up air or up B, I'll try and mix up their DI. But yeah, anyway.
Yep, and you did.
Yeah.
That was perfect. I didn't expect that.
So here, right, 0% from my perspective right now. I'm like, okay, he can crouch cancel me. I just need to like hit him because what I want is a grab, but you're invincible and it's kind of awkward. So I'm just gonna like throw out hitboxes.
Yep.
From your perspective, have you and I talked about like the rules of invincibility in Melee, like what you should do when you get invincibility?
No, but I assume you should go for your biggest advantage because there's no problem not doing it. Because you're invincible.
I basically boil it down to two options. I think, like you said, huge like high risk, high reward option that like becomes a low risk, high reward option when you're invincible, right? You get one chance.
Yep.
Or you get free center stage, right? So in the Ditto, more often than not, you won't see me like F smashing, or you shouldn't. I might do it, but I don't want to. You won't see me like F smashing off invincibility or something. I'll take center and I'll push you to the corner, or I'll throw out a grab, right? So when you are coming down from invincibility, that's what I'm scared of the most, and that's why I'm whiffing. On the flip side, if you know I'm scared of you coming at me invincibly, what you can do is just take center stage instead and then threaten crouch cancel, right? Because like I said, crouch cancel and grab are like huge in this matchup. So I do think here where you land with invincibility, right? you go for a forward air, then you go for a grab, and then you're kind of like mashing a little bit. I think instead what you could do is after the forward air, it misses, sure, but then you get center stage, right? What if just right here, you stopped what you were doing entirely?
Yep, and just went back. Yeah.
Yep. Turn around, you can grab me. If you see that here and like you dash the way like the way you are, sorry, I'm stuttering on my words.
Mm-hmm.
You still have center stage and you're still invincible in this spot, right? So it's like I generally think there are some matchups where you can go for the all or nothing, but you get one chance. So you can go for one grab or you can go for one F smash and not be punished. But some matchups like the Marth Ditto or like against Peach or sometimes Sheik. I think Sheik's kind of more stage dependent, but like Ice Climbers even. Or actually, no, that Ice Climbers I'm not going to say that. But for Marth, let's just focus on Marth's main point. You're not really going to get too much off one big hit. And especially where like it's the other Marth is just doing everything they can to avoid getting grabbed. I think generally speaking, it's better to put them in a bad spot and just hold center. So yeah, that's my recommendation.
Okay, all right.
That's the rule of invincibility on the aggressive side. Yeah. So then here you just get hit a bunch, but then you do the bad double jump.
Double jump and I die, of course.
Yeah. Like the damage, I'm not going to lie, not a ton you can do, right? Because it's tipper forward air into like 2 up airs that are guaranteed into a forward air
I thought I was
here.
going to get out here. I didn't think I was going to get here, but you got it.
Well, yeah, here you could have. You just would have had to gone low and double jump back up or up beat. But it's one of those things where it's like you're off stage. You need to use your jump. Yeah, exactly. So it's just tough. But that's what you would have had to do.
I double jump and side bead. That's really bad.
Well, I mean, that's what a lot of people do also. And like you can full hop here. Like I will, so a lot of times we'll just like full hop, wait for people to react to me jumping, thinking I'm going to go out and hit them. And then they'll jump towards me. And then they realize, oh, wait, he didn't bite. And then they just start using side B to like mix up their timing. But you got to realize at that point, like it doesn't really matter too much. So
yeah, I think that's where my mind was because I was used to playing much worse players. And so just waiting beats really bad players. Like always.
Here I'm egging it on a little bit. I should just be down airing, but yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
You did down air eventually.
Yep. So what went wrong this stock, right? Usually in the Ditto, there's only like one big thing that went wrong. So here you get grabbed, right? Right. Same overextension off invincibility, right? Forward air into grab the exact same way.
Wow.
And then I don't get CC grab, but I don't get hit by your strong hit down tilt, right? Mm-hmm. So I get grab, put you off stage, down throw. Here you're not sweet spotting around down tilt or F smash. So this is more like execution flub than anything. Mm-hmm. And then just like panic.
It's just like an inch too high, basically.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Inch too high, a little too in, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's try game 2.
Yeah.
So main things we've seen so far are recovery and not threatening crouch cancel. Here you get a grab.
Don't do anything with it. Just go back to stage.
Yeah. So it's like when you get a grab in this spot, I would definitely recommend small wave dash back just so like tipper down tilt covers like here. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Go into the position you were in Battlefield.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's where you would want to go instead of to center and then come back in for a grab because now it's like, now I get to play again, really.
Yeah.
See, that's where I go instantly and look at the difference.
Yep.
Oh. Right, and then here it's just the double jump again. Yep. It's okay to go low in the Ditto, honestly, because of like the situation I was talking about where like I land and you're landing on stage and it's like, what do I really do? Sometimes a lot of Marths just won't know what to do in that spot and they'll get like nothing off it. So really going low is fine as long as I'm not going to hard call you out and like F smash you kind of thing. But I think the advantage of going low is you get to try and grab ledge, right?
Yeah.
Now if they know how to Marth killer, which I do, different story. Mm-hmm. But I think it's more of a mix up then. But you can often react to if the Marth is going to set it up or not because like I'll do my Marth killers out of like a roll back to the ledge, you know?
Right. So yeah, I mean obviously air dodge back onto stage, like from the bad place where I'm not supposed to double jump is a pretty bad option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
That's just one of those like scrap situations. But you'll notice like so I do the nair here to beat a down tilt. I really like nair to beat down tilt a lot. I think it's better than forward air. And that's kind of what I'm expecting after the forward air you do there, because I noticed it's spaced. A lot of Marths just do space forward air into down tilt. They'll try to threaten.
Right.
But the other thing is like why I like nair is because I can threaten you to either crouch cancel or shield right after, because it auto cancels.
Right.
And like I said, I don't really mind being too close to the other Marth because I can CC grab, right? So here I go for uppy. Yeah, here I do uppy, just like out of shield kind of thing. But yeah.
I thought for sure you were gonna try to jump and forward air me there, but you didn't.
So yeah, same thing here, right? Jump towards them. There I actually swing with back air, but it's just kind of one of those things where I can swing again. But yeah, you double jump above the ledge. It's a lot of double jumping above the ledge for sure.
Yeah, no, that's.
Don't get me wrong, it's scary. Yep.
There it is again. I just ran off and then double jumped. What the heck? Why? Why would I do that? I get hit by that every time. Think I space around it, but I don't.
This is the jump I'm talking about that you should be S smashing. The one that I do right here.
That one.
Yeah. So people will land and they'll jump instantly, just to like threaten forward air or something. And from the position that you're at, where you could down tilt me, like the right one at least, a little bit closer in.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you can see it, right? Standing here, you F smash, it tipper F smashes him, it obliterates them. If you're still shielding and you guess wrong, sometimes they can shield DI towards in, and then you might risk getting like wave dash grab reversal. But I think generally speaking, if you throw it out at the right timing, that F smash will hit their shield and push them off to the ledge. It's just so good. But it's so stupid also. If you're the other Marth to be hit by it, it sucks. But that's what you want, right? When you're the aggressive Marth.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. You just don't have a jump.
Yep. I'm afraid of getting force stocked here. There, I do the same thing every time. Okay.
Yeah.
Make a little note of that. Take center stage. Or what was the other option with invincibility? Oh yeah,
so
the low risk, high reward. But generally, okay. Center stage.
So it's high risk, high reward. It's just low risk because you're invincible, right?
Right, exactly.
Like you could like drop down and just like rip an F smash and you'll still be fine.
Yeah.
But I think generally center stage is like a little better.
I think it's also really predictable to do that. People are more scared when you're invincible that you're gonna do something like that.
No, I agree for sure.
Oh.
From the defensive perspective for invincibility, I'll typically just say that going to ledge or like light shielding on a platform is like the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Why'd you double jump there? Were you trying to go for something in particular? When I hit you with the up B.
Let's see.
That one.
Double jump?
Yeah, you double jumped right above the left platform, and I hit you with my up B.
Oh, I think.
Were you trying to dare me?
I think I was reading a double jump here, like you like double jump forward airing on or something.
Right.
And then I could have down aired or something, but yeah, you just caught me with up B.
Okay.
That's crazy, DI. Okay. So, yeah, generally speaking, I would watch the rest of them, but we are already up on an hour, and I do have to get running because I have to go to a tournament right now. But
good luck.
No, it's fine. Like I'm gonna wrap up here with you first. I'm not gonna watch any more games right now, but you can watch the other two if you want. I mean, you have the Slippy files as well, and pretty much you have the notes what we talked about. But yeah, just to sum things up pretty quick. Start using crouch cancel. Start like threatening. I think if you're gonna crouch cancel at anything, start crouch canceling Marth forward airs and down tilts. Mm-hmm. Low key you can do F smash. It's lower percents too, but I think down tilt and fair are like reliable to crouch cancel at most percents.
Yeah.
So
You have to be
implement
close
that.
to them to CC forward smash, don't you?
Not really.
Oh.
Like close enough so you don't get hit by the tipper hitbox,
Hmm.
but not really much closer other than that.
Okay.
I think if you can get comfortable doing like CC dash grab, that's even better. Just because a lot of Marths will do like down tilt dash back or like fair dash back or something, but even still, a lot of time you can just do it like raw, like just CC grab. My recommendation for doing CC grab, if you are struggling with it at first to start doing it, I do CC shield grab. Technically, it does waste a frame, but I'd rather waste a frame than risk buffering light shield every time by going for just the raw grab. And I think it's way more consistent. So I will note that it does waste a frame, but I think that's worth it, and I think most players
Not
will go for it.
accidentally light shield, because accidentally light shielding is so frustrating.
Way worse, yeah, and it's also way worse if you get it out right. So, yeah. Anyway, so crouch canceling, using mobility. I think mobility and crouch cancel do kind of go hand in hand. So I think truthfully, once you start CCing, you won't be as scared of getting caught in place. Whiffing aerials. You have the edge guard video. That's a super big resource. Watch that video. If you don't, you're throwing. It's like the best. It's like it's a real difference maker for the Marth Ditto. I really do think so. So watch that. We talked a little bit about the F smash and the down tilt spacing in the corner and how you can kind of just like stop them from playing for a long time. That's really big.
Yeah, exactly. And I should be a little bit further away.
Yeah, a little bit, like just underneath. Well, we pointed it out, but basically where tipper down tilt will reach neutral get up or the mute to king ledge dash kind of thing.
Right.
So that's the spacing generally, and then I think that's and I guess the double jump above ledge.
Yes.
We talked about that quite a bit, but that's pretty much it outside of like throw percents, which remind me later. I will send you those. I'm just gonna get this uploaded and start heading out, but. That's generally the Marth Ditto in a nutshell. It's not so much about. I think there's a lot of don'ts in the Marth Dittos versus do's, which I think is fun because that lets you really play the player. But not as many do's and don'ts as other matchups, I would say. And I think you already are like just past a lot of the don'ts. You do a lot of the do's instead, if that makes sense. So that's good. But yeah, clean those up. And you could be like a really scary Marth in the Ditto, I think, genuinely.
Nice. All right. Well, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it.
That's no worries. Okay, so we'll leave things here for now. Play with that. Let me know how you think. I think that's less than 3 out of 4 for the package you bought. Am I right?
Yes, we have one more.
Okay, so cool. I'll see you next week then. Like I said, take some time with the stuff I linked. Watch it through, play it out, see how you feel about it. And then yeah, we'll schedule next week, or if you want to take 2 weeks and figure some time out for the last one, it's no worries. We'll take it from there.
Awesome. Thanks, Mar. Hey, good luck on your tournament, man.
I appreciate it. No worries. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.